Oh my gosh, it is just the weirdest energy, I swear to God. And plus here, it's freaking nonstop, just dark. Just dark all the time. We don't need a sun. We don't need a illumination disc. We don't need anything. I was driving into town the other day, and it was the weirdest scene. How the sky looked. I couldn't even believe it. What trips me out so much is like, how do people look at this and not recognize that something is different? But it's got to be that just if you're still super stuck in three-dimensional kind of, it's a trap, really. If you're stuck in there, that's all you're going to see, that's all you're going to hear, it's all you're going to understand. You're only going to understand the world and those kinds of concepts of three-dimensional. I think that there's people that don't even understand what that means when you say it, like three-dimensional. It is, I don't even know, I don't think I can explain it, but it is, it's a way that you see things. It's a way that you see the world. It's an understanding, and it's very, it's kind of linear. Like everything's got like this shape. It's got like something, to it. It's super hard to explain things that are in my head, but there's so many things that just make no sense to me now. And how people are so trapped in that kind of way of thinking. It's weird because when something happens in your mind, you think like, oh, everybody else has got to see the same thing. Maybe I was the one who was slow. It's not that fun to be the first one, I'll tell you that. Like, you just start seeing the world so differently. And people try and talk to you about the world and current events or something. It's just like depending on what they're talking about, it's either illusion, it makes no sense, it's just lies, it's just bullshit, like every single thing. It's like, how do you have conversations then? How do you talk to people who are in that world if you're not in that world anymore? Like, I've talked about it for so long as it was splitting apart and seeing it, but then once you get to this other way of seeing things, it's like it's impossible to see things another way. Even when people are asking me to explain things or something, like, when they're sitting there, oh, well, all the evidence leads to a flat earth. Yeah, I 100% agree. You go start looking at the evidence. There's nothing that shows that there's a freaking globe spinning around out in space and stuff. I don't even believe space is empty. I believe space is like plasma. It's like it's a vibration. It's a density. Like there's a density to space. It's not just open air, It is our perception. But even when I saw those pictures of like the stars and stuff, you can see it was plasma and light moving. It literally looked like people dancing. And to me, those are all like different realities. Like if you were in that reality as a consciousness, it would be an experience. It would be something going on. It's just not colors dancing. It's actually consciousness experiencing itself, experiencing its own experience. Like it's creating an experience to learn about itself and to understand itself more. So yeah, I just see things so differently than where people like, okay, if I were to say like in a three-dimensional world, what do I think the earth is? Definitely I see it like an island, not a flat piece of paper floating on water. Like an island, it has form, it has depth, it has it has an inside. And it has the magnetic, whatever it's called, toroidal or whatever, the magnetic pole from the north and the south. It's all a magnet. And then when it goes from the north to the south and it makes that apple shape, we think like we are that apple shape. But we aren't. We are, like if they had the toroidal, whatever, the positive and negative current, that goes around. It makes the shape of an apple. Then you have that magnetic power, or whatever you want to call it, that force. Then inside of that force, you have the firmament that is holding us in. Then you have all of this other like dimensions and stuff. And the earth plane would be like an island in there that goes down and is surrounded by water. So to me, that is what we're, but you have to have more concept than just the three-dimensional, like a round circle or an island or whatever. That's all three-dimensional thinking. That's all something you would make a blueprint of. Four-dimensional, I don't know. Can you make a blueprint of it? I don't know. 5 dimensions? I don't know. I never even thought that much about all of this stuff until they started talking so much about. And even when I very first started hearing about it, I didn't really understand it. But then you start just like moving through it. And as you're moving through it, and if you go, like I've said all along, don't hold on to the three-dimensional world. I don't hold on to it. As much as I notice it in my life, I try and release it. Well, no, I don't want that. I don't want anything about this world, part of me. Because it is, this world is ending. You know what I was thinking about too is, I'd hate to be like the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, or any of those old ancient families. And now they're going to have to go and face their consequences. Maybe for the first time in fucking 10,000 years. Who knows? I think that they just get put into another avatar. I don't even know that they go. I think they can run from their karma or something. I don't know. Who knows what the hell's going on with those people. But they've got some shit they're going to have to deal with. A lot of bad stuff. But when I started first seeing about this stuff, it was like all I could understand was like three-dimensional pictures. And which, when I very first started having my awakening, is when I started going outside and I started seeing like everything looked like a three-dimensional picture. Like things, it was weird. It was so weird. And then I started kind of like seeing three-dimension. Then as it was going on and people started talking more about 3D, 4D, 5D, we're moving into 5D, and it started being so much like people think like it's a place or something, like we're going to move into a different place, like we would be somewhere different. But it's a state of mind. It's a release in a state of mind. It's an acceptance of other things like the supernatural and stuff like that. It's a different way you are yourself. It's a different understanding of the world. It's not like you go somewhere different. You are still in the place that you are experiencing, but your experience takes on a different kind of depth. Like you just see things so much differently, and that's what's happened to me. And it wasn't like I was trying to force it or something. It just kept happening. And now I'm in this place where it's just like, I can't, I'm having such a hard time to be able to even see 3D in my head and understand it. Like I'm in it, I'm around it, but while I'm in it, I'm also thinking like, what the fuck, this is crazy, this is an illusion, like this is a creation, this is here because I imagine this is here. This is here because I want it to be here. You know, that's the thing that trips me out too, is like, you get born, right? You have to be born to be into this. So you have to leave that other kind of dimension and go into this spacesuit to get into this kind of weird world that to me is kind of like underwater. Like literally you're in a spacesuit to go, so you can go down to the depths of hell in this place. And so you have to, adjust, your soul has to come here. Which, another thing too, I know I'm all over the place. I am all over the place. I've been knitting or crocheting, all these hats, right? I was going to do the cabin socks too, but I'm kind of on the hats right now. But while I was doing it, I have some that is from the other grandma. I think I might have said that already. One of the other grandmas, she has alpacas. So I've been getting their wool, fur, whatever it is, getting that yarn. And so I've been, and I have some wool and stuff. So when you are doing with natural fibers, it's completely different. And which, by the way, natural fibers have a higher frequency. So when you're wearing your clothes, you're supposed to wear more natural fibers. The other fiber, and so when I'm having some of these other ones, you know, and I'm making them out of acrylic yarn, it's a completely different how the yarn feels, how it looks, and everything. And I was just thinking so much about the natural and the man-made, because so much stuff here is man-made, but we still have that word natural. I think they're trying to dismiss it. They want rid of the natural world altogether. They want concrete jungle world, CI, not CI, CTV, CTV tracking, you know, where we have to walk up and our eyeball gets scanned and stuff. All of this weird high-tech stuff so they can track us more and, you know, just control us more. It's all about control. They think that we're their little, well, they kind of are like the keepers of this prison. And so it is kind of like, this is a prison system, you know. So the souls can come and learn. And then when they learn enough and they grow up enough and they're ready for it, then they get to move out of this hellacious place. But on the man-made stuff, it's weird because it's just so fake. It doesn't hold the same kind of frequencies and the feel of it and everything. But the natural that's just where we want to head towards, you know. It is about it is so much about what the division is that's happening. The AI, you know, fake tech world versus the natural, created nature world. And the thing that it just gets so complicated is because you are both things in most people. And, well, I already said we got like 3 things going on, because we have the world that we're living in that is created by a different creator. We have the avatar that is a creation by a different one. And then we have nature and our soul that is created by natural means. But natural beings begin to make artificial things like AI and stuff. So there's a lot of different components. There's a lot of different, you know, and it is 2 totally different things. There is some souls that do want to go and experience that, you know, not. And when I had seen about the Arcturians and stuff, they're all into that science and technology stuff. They're not into spiritual, like the Pleiadians or something. There's a lot of more higher dimensional beings are all about spiritual stuff. And I don't know, since I've never really been in the room with an Arcturian to say, but that's the word on the streets, is that they are all into technology and science. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with it as a soul experience. I mean, I would be concerned about, like I said the whole time, getting put into a synthetic by these people who control you, because that's all they want to do is control you. They'll kill you to control you, because they'll recycle you back. So they don't give a fuck. You know, die early, they don't care. Just bring you back. They're just gonna keep on going until you, all of a sudden, as your soul goes like, oh wait, I think I've done this before. It's just like on Westworld, where all of a sudden she's just like, I think I've done this before. I swear I have a memory of this. I remember something about this. But, you know, it takes a soul to wake up to get to that place. And there's a lot of souls that, no, there's still something coming. I know that. Still something's coming that's going to, you know, jar people awake. Because that's the whole reason with this process. If you're going to choose to go to this artificial AI world, you got to at least know where you're fucking going. You got to at least be aware that there's a choice to be made. You're going to choose to go become closer to yourself and, you know, spirituality, because a lot of people have that inner connection. Feels like it's missing in a lot of people's lives, and they feel lonely and they feel sad, and they just want to feel connected. They're going out looking for love and looking for, you know, their people and stuff. And it's, you know, we're all going out and around trying to exist without the right tools. They were never giving you the right tools. They told you to go build a house, and here, we'll give you a spoon and a fork. And that's what you got. Go build a house for us. And that's what this world is like, you know? They don't give you the right tools to manage yourself as a soul. They want you to be dissatisfied with certain areas of your life, to cut that part of yourself off. Love, a connection, and stuff like that. They want us to be disconnected. They want us to all hate each other. They want us to be okay with, like, yeah, I'm just going to watch that person be murdered right here in front of me. Maybe I'll catch a video and go viral on it. That's what they want us to be like. And there's a lot of people who just go into it, and that's the thing that always confuses me, is because I have such a strong inner voice that's been talking to me since I was little. I just don't understand where other people's inner voice is. Is it just really shut off? Is it shut down? Are they not listening? Do they not hear it? Like, because mine tells me, like, oh, don't do that. Run. But other people's, I don't know. So, you know, maybe it's their soul journey to come in and experience as, you know, I don't even know. I mean, there's so much stuff going on with the awakening, the ascension, the earth, the sky. Like, so much stuff going on. And then, you know, well, they just have us convinced it's just a climate change situation. Just give us more money. We'll tax you on the climate change, and then, you know, we'll fix it. We'll just, you know, pay us money. Okay, that makes sense. Like, you guys are out there fixing everything, aren't you? Don't fix shit. All they do is just go by an island and, I don't know, it's a warped place. So, anyways, I've got, I know I'm just rambling and stuff, but it is a weird energy. Yesterday was a really downer energy. It just felt like, oh my God, some days it's just is really hard to get through. It's like every day just goes on and on. And now that I'm cut off from everything, this morning I went on Twitter for a second, even though I'll go and check and see if I can see things sometimes. And I could see two things. I was like, oh, maybe something's happened. Maybe it's downloading. But then I saw where Twitter just kicked off a whole bunch of people again on December 6th. So, and I was kicked off TikTok, and I can't remember if it was December 6th. So maybe there was just a big off of a bunch of different platforms. You know, I've already been through those sweeps before. So I don't know if I was just included in a sweep. I don't know. But when I went on there this morning and I looked, it was two things, and so I read them, and they were like, one of them was Conan, which, okay, the other one was fucking, somebody I would never, ever, I think this kid Diddler and mother, Colbert, makes me want to puke. Oh, God, that Weasley motherfucker. So when I went down past those, there was nothing. I don't even know why those two showed up. I don't even know why they were showing me those two. But it was nothing. I mean, stupid ass Diddler was talking some stupid garbage about dinosaurs or jackets or some shit. But that's not news. That's nothing. It's just you just trying to look cute and funny when you're not. You're a fucking Diddler. Fucking freak. So, anyways. Not knowing what is going on anywhere, but I feel like part of it was a good thing for me too, because I needed a break from that whole scene. You know, I was posting and posting and posting. It was very time consuming. Now I'm putting the time into making hats and socks, but it was very time consuming. So, but the part I liked about it was you could see what was going on in other places and stuff. Now it feels very isolated. Like I have no idea what's going on anywhere. No idea if anything exciting is happening. But something is going to. I mean, the world's about to change. Everything is ending. Everything is changing. We're going into a new age. Everything is changing. This whole existence has to end so we can start building new. And, and some souls there's going to be a great divide, I guess. Some souls are going to go to stay in this regurgitation, and some of us are going to ascend and create something new. So some of us, I'm going to be there. That's for sure. I am just marking my time till I'm out of this place, until this place ends, or however you want to look at it, till this energy is just gone. All of this is every freaking thing you do. It's just like part of this world. You pick up stuff and drop it. Like everything here is just to create frustration, just to create hopeless and helpless, just to create, it's an energetic kind of field to keep you kind of down so they can profit off of you and make money off of meds and stuff. But it is, I don't know. I'm a downer. That's what I hear. I'm just a negative downer. So, anyways, one of these days, things will be different. Who knows how long it's going to take. It's coming. I know it's coming. And that's what I hold on to. Just knowing that there's light at the end of the tunnel. We will get through this. It's long and treacherous, and, you know, you can't go do things. And even if you could, who wants to go out and be about a bunch of sick people? Like, even the people who, they're the sickest, and they're the ones dropping stuff off, and, oh, God, it's, this world where people don't even know what the fuck is going on. It's so weird. So fucking weird. I don't know. But we will get through it. Some of us will. Who knows? Maybe whatever's going to happen. Maybe this big old solar event's going to come and it's just going to wipe out people. Who fucking knows? Maybe I don't even know what's going on in La Palma anymore. Got to look it up, but no. I just don't want to be going and looking up stuff anymore of like, I wasn't going and looking. It would be stuff would come. Like, David Rodriguez would pop up on my thing, and so I'd watch it. He always gives updates. Well, he's popped up a bunch of times. It's just like, I just don't. I just can't be hanging on every fucking, oh, today happened, because that's where it gets. That's why I said it was good for me to get that break, because it was like, oh, this is happening. Oh, maybe it's going to be today. And then today comes and goes. And then another today comes and goes. And another today. And another today. And then pretty soon it's like, fucking, the end of 2021. I'm just mind blown. The end of 2021. 2 years sitting here. Well, I mean, I went to Costa Rica right before it happened, luckily. Nice big trip. And then I did do my road trip during it. But, man, I don't know. Trixie's driving the neighbors crazy. I'm going to have to go and try and get her to come in again. She won't listen. She doesn't listen. She just is obsessed with barking at people, even when they're screaming at her to shut up. So, one day all this energy will be different. Nothing stays the same. Just remember that. Nothing ever stays the same. Things always change. So don't get stuck and feel like, oh, it's always going to be this way. Because it feels like that sometimes. It feels like that right now. It's always going to be this way. This is just it. This is life now. But it's not. This is a transition. And it will be over when it's over, apparently. So just, keep trying to stay focused on you. Focus on, doing your healing, facing yourself. It's facing your dark side. That's the whole thing, facing yourself. And then everything that comes to you, question it. When things, situations and people and everything that happens in your life, start questioning it. What can I learn from this? What am I supposed to learn from this? And then when you're stuck, go in and ask your guide, show me what I'm supposed to learn. If you've got some situation, tell me why I'm having this. Tell me why, why do I have a headache every day? Tell me what's going on. What am I missing? What am I not seeing? What am I trying to not see? Show me in pictures. Show me what I'm not seeing. And just keep doing that and keep doing it. And eventually you'll figure it out, because I'm telling you, once you do it, it just keeps going. And then pretty soon, all of a sudden, you're like me. You're like, what is this weird world? What is this weird world? So, anyways, have a great day. Work on you and just try and, keep the faith and be positive and know that we are headed to something great. It's just well, I don't know if it's around the corner. Might be down the street and around the corner. We'll see. So have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.